Hey, what's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down my favorite running back prospect in this draft class. He's the best running back prospect since Saquon Barkley, of course. Bijan Robinson, running back out of Texas. Let's get right into this video. All right, so Bijan Robinson, running back out of the University of Texas, of course, 5'11", 215 pounds per the combine weight and height. He's 21 years old. And he's a junior. His career rushing stats, he had 3,410 rushing yards at the University of Texas in his 3 years playing, 6.3 yards per carry, 33 rushing touchdowns, and then his stats from 2022. In 12 games, he had 258 rushing attempts with 1,580 rushing yards, 6.1 yards per carry, with 18 rushing touchdowns. He had 104 missed tackles forced, which led the FBS per PFF. And then receiving, he had 44 receptions, 314 yards, which is 16.5 yards per catch, and then 2 touchdowns receiving. Now, one thing you're going to notice right immediately is that there are very limited weaknesses, but let's start off with the strengths first. He's a 3-down running back. He can block, he can rush, he can block, he can pass catch, he can do all of it. He also has a really good low center of gravity, which alludes to his great contact balance, which is why he breaks so many tackles. He's patient with good vision. He's got great agility. He's a one-cut back. He's got a very good juke with that. He's a downhill running back. My favorite quote is from Lanzer Line. He's like a pinball. He's a tackle-breaking machine, of course, 104 missed tackles. You're going to see a ton of broken and missed tackles on film. He has great burst and explosiveness. He's got good game speed as well, 4.46 speed, 1.52 10-yard split, which is elite. And he also has receiving upside and good hands. He's also really good after the catch as well. And then the weaknesses, there are just not many. Bijan's, yes, he doesn't have home run elite speed. He's a 4.46 guy. You see running backs like Saquon or Breece Hall, these, home run hitters that have come into the draft recently, that do run in the 4.3s. And same thing with Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard's a big home run hitting running back. Now, Bijan might not be that, but it isn't really a problem. Just because he doesn't have that ability doesn't mean that he's still not fast. And then the fumbles, obviously a little too many fumbles, 6 in 539 career carries. Those are my only weaknesses for Bijan. So here's a great example of Bijan Robinson getting out of the backfield with a good one cut. So they're just going to run a simple inside zone here. But you can see number 62, Saiki Ika, who is a top 50 player for me, my number 1 nose tackle, my number 3 defensive tackle in this draft class. He wins off the bat within a swim move, but it doesn't matter because Bijan Robinson's just able to one cut him. All right, here's a great example of Bijan Robinson's game speed now. He's over here. He's got a few defenders that could potentially close him off, but he's able to outrun them slightly, breaking one tackled in the end zone. Yes, did score a touchdown here, but here's somebody with home run speed like a Tony Pollard, like a Saquon Barkley, would be able to outrun these guys and would probably be around here. But Bijan Robinson, obviously 4.4. 4.46 speed, very good speed, and he's fast in game. That's why he was able to score a touchdown on this play in general. Like a guy like Zach Charbonnet out of UCLA probably wouldn't score a touchdown on this play. But, he still was almost able to get shoestringed and was tackled through the end zone. But it's not really, it doesn't matter. He scored a touchdown anyways. All right, so remember how Bijan Robinson forced the most missed tackles in the FBS last year? Well, this is a phenomenal example of just his sheer breaking tackle ability. Nose through the chest, contact balance, jukes, slips through the tackle, and then gets more yards. All right, so let's break down this play. So Bijan Robinson is going to be running a wheel route. This receiver is running a go route. These two receivers are running levels to where he's going to run I think it's a 7-step or a 5-step in route. He's running a 3-step in route, which is a dig, or he's running the dig, and this guy's running a post, which doesn't seem like, a good route because he'll end up getting no separation. Alabama ends up running he's running a cover 3 on this. You can see by the way that this receiver and this receiver eject off of the line. He immediately will go off. He'll come off as well, and Jordan Battle up here is going to go to the middle of the field, and all these linebackers will stay at around the sticks or around where the 10-yard line would be, because they had a loss of yards here on second down, and Bijan Robinson ends up getting open against the strong side linebacker, and then he makes a really good over-the-shoulder catch. Looking at another angle, you can see the strong side linebacker, or might be an edge rusher, but number 15 is not an edge rusher. He's a linebacker for them, rushing 3 downs, clean pocket, and able to fit it into the backside shoulder. And this play does highlight Bijan Robinson's hands, especially because he's got to play back to the ball and catch it back shoulder. So Texas is running an inside zone here, but this play really displays Bijan Robinson's elite patience and his vision, because you see nothing's really showing up now, but he takes one stutter step and waits and is very patient, and then ends up getting all the way to the end zone. Quinn viewers can't even believe it. And Bijan does make something out of nothing here. Horrible blocking technique by the tight end. He's being just stood up by the lineman, but then he is able to cut it all the way back for the touchdown. And this is the final play that I'm going to highlight from Bijan Robinson, running another inside zone. Almost gets tackled by this defender, number 91, but is able to just cut back in, break some tackles, and he's in the end zone. All right, so my player comp for Bijan Robinson is going to be Josh Jacobs. They've got similar frames at Bijan Robinson, 5'11", 215. Josh Jacobs, 5'10", 220. They both have great low centers of gravity. Both had that as a strength coming out of college. They're both broken tackle machines. Bijan Robinson first in the FBS in 2022. Josh Jacobs was second in the NFL this year. They're both 3-down running backs. They're both good pass catching running backs. They're both violent runners as well. When they get in the open field, they're trying to hit the end zone. They're both one cut back. Josh Jacobs obviously was also one cut back coming out of Alabama, and Bijan Robinson is too. And they're both downhill runners, just nose downhill runners. And then their differences, Bijan is slightly faster, a 4.4 guy compared to a 4.5 guy. Josh Jacobs' pro day was a 4.54. Bijan Robinson was a 4.46 at the combine. Bijan is also a better blocker, I think, than Josh Jacobs. And then I think Jacobs is slightly better at hitting holes. So for my grade for Bijan Robinson, I have him as a 7.0, which is a blue chip prospect, similarly to Will Anderson and Jalen Carter. He is an early first round grade for me as well. My potential, I think he makes 1 or 2 Pro Bowls during his time in the NFL. And then my teams likely to draft, I have the Buffalo Bills, Philadelphia Eagles, Miami Dolphins, and then the Los Angeles Chargers. But that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts about Bijan Robinson, and I'll see you in the next one.